chronoplan.
Have you tried an
Yes, and a chronoplan would be doozy.
Chronoplan with intercontinental bottle rocket launchers.
You should make a chronoplan.
Make a model of a
Peter's
chronoplan,
tripod
please.
PL,
A
let's
big
make it
request.
next.
Alright, I heard you guys. Okay, we're gonna build an RC chronoplan. But first, we should probably start with the test model. One that looks like this. Alright, so this is what I made. This is just a simple foam board prototype because we're going to build a massive one of these. But first, what is an chronoplan? It's kind of like a weird hovercraft. Except hovercraft actually sits there and forces air down into it. This thing uses basically what's known as the ground effect, where you fly wing close to the surface of the earth. You kind of trap extra air there, and you also don't have some of the associated drag with larger airplanes and stuff. So you end up skimming over the ground very efficiently at very low power. Within the chronoplan, with it operating so close to the ground, you don't get that huge wingtip vortex, the vortex that rolls off the wing as lift is being developed. It spills off the side, which causes a lot of drag. So that's another big efficient thing about the chronoplan and these wing and ground effects. It's close to the ground, they're a lot more efficient. This video is sponsored by Raycon. Before we start the build though, it's me from the future. I survived World War III and the Second Civil War. But unfortunately, I have AIDS of the hearing variety. These are Raycon E25s. Alright, so they don't actually amplify my hearing, but they do amplify my tunes, and they're a fraction of the price of the leading premium wireless earbuds on the market. So these things actually look pretty cool, and they look very obnoxious and terrible looking. Like that over there.
My flex pods.
The cool thing about the E25s is they have a variety of ear cups, so you can make them fit just for you.
I've tried a ton of different wireless earbuds, and I'm liking the Raycons. With 6 hours worth of battery, I've pretty much never charged them, and they last me all week. The Raycons are great for working around the shop because they're really good at noise isolating when you get that perfect fit, and there's no wires to get tangled on table saws or any other dangerous things.
These are already really affordable, but if you check out the link in the description, buyraycon.com/PeterSheeple, you can save 50% off your order. Alright, let's see if it explodes. Check out the tail. The tail's the best thing ever. It really needs to operate on smooth water or ground. Because this thing gets like a sideways impact, the tail will rip off. But hey, it's not unlike the full-scale KM chronoplan because that had to be structurally reinforced after its first test flights. So let's go do that. Oh no, it's too big. It's too big. First up is the 4S battery. Not a whole lot of juice, but let's try it out. Ooh, it might just work. Okay. Well, there's your problem there. Is trying to fly Oh, that's cool. When you get it just right, it starts really skimming. Oh, it does not want to come back down. I'm off the throttle. Stop. Holy crap, it really floats. Because I had to push a lot of down to keep the thing staying in that like bubble. All right, so it is like tail heavy, or yeah, real tail heavy. So I'm gonna put more weight in it and try it again. That's better. Of course, it just wants the airplane all the time, though. It's got too much thrust. So it needs more weight or smaller wings. Now I'm off throttle. Watch it, it just keeps going. It keeps sliding. That was a very good initial test. I think we're gonna have to decorate it next. I was gonna put more engines on it because I thought it would be a little underpowered, but even with the high drag coefficient of the wet grass and the fuselage of this thing, it was still easily able to shoot off there with no power problems whatsoever. Oh yeah, it just fits. All right, who's ready for some testing? This is gonna be the first water test.
No hatch?
No hatch. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so there's no problem. I guess the last thing to do is to decorate it, and then we're going on the boat, because there's no way I can possibly steer this thing in this lake. It like runs all the way across the lake before it can even like get a quarter turn in. That's the problem. I have no way to test it here. We have to go on the boat. We gotta go on the boat. All right, let's go to the boat. Hello my friends, welcome to FPS Russia. I will put on fake Russian accent and we will test Ikranoplan flying boat machine in water. It will destroy capitalist pig dogs with its sleek aerodynamic hull flying over water under radar. My hands are cold. They are freezing off. All right boys, let's do it. Putting this thing in the water. Planes in the water. Is this even an airplane? All right, Sam, when you start accelerating, I'll accelerate. Oh, that looks so That's awesome! This thing flies really good! Now I can actually see what it's doing. It takes a lot of power to get going, but once it's off the water, I really pull down the throttle, push the nose down, and keep that captive air bubble under the wings, and it just goes. So let's keep doing it some more. Big waves. You cannot operate the KM Caspian Sea Monster in rough ocean water. It would destroy itself. Alright, comrades, we are done. Oh, the tail is still so freaking long on this. Alright, it was actually really terrible that day. Funny thing is, actually on the boat, it was hailing a little bit, like frozen pellets. Because if you look here, I think you have high-speed footage of this, but it actually dented the soft, malleable aluminum flashing tape stuff on it. So that was cool. It definitely did work in ground effect. It did require a little bit of skill to kind of like mush it down there and fly within that rammed air bubble from the incidence of the wings and these spill plates kind of keeping that air bubble trapped there. Now, unfortunately, though, it had an excessive amount of power, so it ended up kind of flying around a lot. So, yeah. It's like the real thing, but then again, the funny thing is actually most videos I've seen of chronoplans, they're either high-speed airboats on YouTube videos, or they're actually just full-up airplanes. I rarely see people actually flying them over the water like they're supposed to. The only video I've really seen is like RC Tetsui's video you should check out somewhere in the link just down below. There are probably a few other ones out there, but for the most part, these things are actually kind of difficult to see good working examples of. I'm actually glad this thing worked, but unfortunately it still did have too much power where it could fly around, hence why I didn't really bother putting on more engines, because that would just make the problem worse. But chronoplans are definitely fun. They definitely seem good on paper, because, you know, maximum efficiency, flying low over the water, and actually flying under the radar, which is the Soviet Union's original goal with, you know, the chronoplan things are. But unfortunately, like communism, all things on paper generally sound good, but when you actually put them in practice, they don't actually work out well. Because specifically with the real things, you have these jet engines which are very complex, you have this aluminum airframe, and you have all this stuff sitting in salt water. So you have corrosion battling all the time versus like something that, you know, like a typical airliner or like a specific fighter aircraft staying on land, it doesn't actually get all salty and ruined like this thing does. So, neat concept. I'm glad we had fun with it. If you have any other crazy war-related plane science stuff, because you guys did say chronoplan a lot, so we definitely did do that. And I've actually, oh, funny thing is I actually attempted one of these things in 2013. You can find these old pictures here. But that project didn't actually work very good, and unfortunately I can't find any videos of it actually working, so we're going to go completely forget about that. But make sure you check out the Raycons. They come in multiple colors, and if you go check out the link, you get 50% off your order. So that helps support the channels if you want to do that. Very good. Very, very good.